everybody. I welcome you back to The Search. My name is Lisa, and today we are going to be talking about a lovely young lady by the name of Sunny Sramek. And I hope that I am pronouncing that correctly. If this is your first time here, please make sure to subscribe. It really helps the channel grow, and at the end of the day, what we are trying to do is help our missing victims on here be found, or at least get any kind of information extra that was not given before. So it's very important if you'll hit your subscribe button with notifications. It lets you know every time I upload a new video, and it really just helps so much. If you have any comments, please list them below, or any questions that can help you. I will leave tips to every story that I do of where you can contact to send your information. So I just want to really let you know how important that is. Not only is it important to grow the channel, but most importantly, get it out to as many people as possible. So, like I said, today we are talking about Sunny Sramek. All right. She was born February 23rd, 2001, to her mother, Paula Johnson and Joe Sramek. All right. It was in McCook, Nebraska, is where it starts. So, Sunny was said to be a smart and artistic girl. When I say that smart, she was involved in being an artist, drawing, she was dancing, and it actually carried out like within the family. The grandmother was a art teacher, and then the grandfather was a science teacher. So education was big within her family, which I think is great. I come from, my mother was a teacher for 30 years, and it always sets like a different tone when you are answering to educators, and we just know that we see personally the hard work educators put in. So the fact that she enjoyed being a part of things in school, and um, more things, like I said, with dancing, extracurricular activities, means I know that she enjoyed people. She enjoyed socializing, and people said that she was such a kind person. So I think that is really important to get that across of what type of characteristics she was. Now, I will say that she grew up in Trenton, Nebraska, and starting off high school, she actually started off there, I want to say. She later did have to transfer to another high school. I believe it was McCook High School, because she was dealing with some bullying. And I'm glad that her family was able to get her moved out of there. Sometimes children are not that fortunate. So that already tells you the closeness, that to me speaks volumes of how much the parents were involved, how much her mother made sure that she got the best for her, which I feel is such a relevant thing in this case, because it shows us a connection with family when you're trying to figure out why they are missing, when we discuss different reasons of why, you know. So right now, what I'm seeing and what I've heard and read, I've really tried to stay factual. I don't have a lot of facts on the case, but what I do have comes straight from the family, and also from FBI news sources and things like that. So, like I said, she did transfer, but I will say she had started dating someone over 10 years her senior. So she married him. She was thought she was in love, and that, you know, didn't necessarily, might have not been the best thing to do at 17. And I think they kind of chalked it up as kind of a learning thing. I did not read or hear of any kind of like negativity out of this, but probably realizing, probably a little too young, need to get my GED, finish school, which is what she was doing, and at the time, and that's what was going on in her life. So she at the time was living with her mom, all right, during the incident. So happens. So everything is okay. Everything is okay. You know, we're not finding any reason of why she would want to leave that situation, right? So, anyway, the story takes place on April 20th, 2019. Sunny and a male acquaintance of the name Cliff Coates had planned to take a day trip from Trenton, Nebraska to Omaha, Nebraska, okay, to pick up Cliff's niece. The trip was about 300 miles. So we're talking at least like a four hour trip to get there, right? About a 4 hour trip at least. And back, we're talking that's definitely a full day, but to pick up her niece. Okay. Sunny did not have a cell phone on her at the time. She borrowed one from someone while she was in Holdridge, Nebraska. And at that time, when she had the phone to be able to call, she actually called her mom. I want to say that that was around, I've read a couple of things with FBI and then family, like between, I'll just say between 12:30 and 1. I've seen 12:45 up to 1 o'clock. So I'm just going to say between 12:30 and 1 was the last time that she had actually made contact with her mom. Her mom did not know that, unfortunately, at the time. Sunny told her everything was going well and that she would see her later that night, then when they got back from Trenton. Several hours later, okay, after she had called her mom, Cliff called Sunny's mom. Now, this was at 9 p.m. So remember, she did call her mom at 12 or 1, and she didn't give any reason for the mom to feel like anything was wrong. It was just a normal check-in, and I thought that it was really good, and it just even showed the connection she had with her family to actually borrow a phone just to call and say, hey mom, look, this is where we're at. We're good. Like, I'm good. I just wanted to call, let you know why I borrowed a phone, where I'm at, and I'll see you later, right? So that was, just a normal phone call. Well, like I said, Cliff called Sunny's mom between 9 p.m. and midnight. All right. So about a 3 hour window on that to tell her that he had stopped at I want to get this correct, the Prairie Flower Casino. And this is in Carter Lake, Iowa. All right. And because at the time she was only 18 years old, Sonny had to wait in the truck. All right. He told the mother when he came back out 3 hours later. So, what I'm guessing is he's saying they got there at 9 o'clock and that he stayed in the casino till around 12, leaving her in the truck. What a nice, thing to do, right? So allegedly, like I say, that he left her in there. This is what he is saying. And he came back out to the truck and he told the mother when he came back out 3 hours later that Sunny was gone. He said he looked for her but could not find her, so he left the area. I mean, can we imagine what the mom is probably thinking when he says, hey, I came out, she's gone, so I looked around and then, hey, I didn't see anything, so I left. I mean, I know that Sunny did not have a phone on her, but just in my personal opinion, I'm like, maybe we should have, like, talked to security guards. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. I'm just saying personally, I don't think I would just get up and go, right? Because you're somewhere far from home. And I would say, she's kind of his responsibility. He asked her to go with him, like to go pick up his niece. Why he made that 3 hour stop at the casino, I don't know. But like I said, that is where he first said that's where he lost Sunny at. Later on, now of course, the mom, the whole family, they're starting to really worry. This is not a good thing. Okay. We also know that Sunny was capable of finding, her way and resources to get back to her mom. So this is not a characteristic of hers to just go missing and not call her mom, especially if nothing is wrong. All right. So later on, Cliff allegedly changes his story and says Sonny disappeared while they stopped at a gas station in Omaha, Nebraska. He said he ran in to pay for gas, and when he came back out, that she was gone. Now, both times he told his story, he never did mention calling the police or notifying any authorities or anything about the missing. Like I said, first story was I was at the casino and hey, I came out and she was gone 3 hours later. You know, what if she was in there like looking for him? Maybe she just said, "Look, I'm underage, but I'm looking for my ride," and maybe they just missed each other. These are little possible things. And let me tell you, if you've ever been to a casino, there are cameras everywhere. Okay? Now, I am sure that there was some investigation done because the FBI has been involved, but like a lot of information, the FBI has not released any information far as what they've seen. They are holding it, close to them. So like I said, I have a little bit, but not everything and like all the answers to what they know. And we know that the police and they have reasons why they hold on to certain information. So although it is very frustrating for us, especially when we are trying to get the story out, the family is in such need of just hearing anything. We do know in the long run it is good, because if we are trying to find justice or figure out what's going on, these measures are needed, right? So anyway, Sonny's mother, Paula, called the police the next morning to tell them her daughter was missing. She called the Hitchcock County Sheriff's Department and told them what had happened. The police searched for Sunny in the areas, like I said, around Omaha and Iowa, and found the white Ford. So she was traveling in a Ford. All right. And I will give you information on that in a little bit, but it was a white Ford. The police searched for Sunny in the areas of Omaha and Iowa and found the white Ford Explorer that they had been traveling in. Later, they found and arrested Cliff on unrelated charges. So, Cliff, who is the male acquaintance that we spoke earlier on that asked her to go with her to pick up his niece, is who now I'm talking about, Cliff Coates. His full name is Floyd Clifford Coates Jr. While it's unclear what their relationship exactly was, he had like what he had with Sonny, it's known that he had a long criminal history, guys. So he probably was not the best character that she probably wanted to go on a trip with, but I'll let you know what we know. In Kansas, Nebraska, I know that he has a criminal records for the sale of possession of drugs, theft, false imprisonment, possession of deadly weapons, and carrying concealed weapons. There's more and more. His family continues to claim he had nothing to do in Sonny's disappearance, but Sonny's family is suspicious. And like I said, until someone, they are innocent until proven guilty. And I want to put that out there. So there was a theory online that due to Cliff's unsavvy past, some people believe that he might have sold her into trafficking or something. But these are all allegedly. These are just different theories. These are not facts that I have gotten from anybody. But these are theories on this. And the reason that I say online is her family has desperately been working on their own to help find her. They actually, and I want to mention this, have a Facebook group that I had looked, and it says called Find Sunny Sramek. Okay, so while telling this, please make sure that if you are recognizing any of this story, if anything is clicking off, the pictures, anything that you see, I will list ways that you can give information and tips to the FBI Omaha division. And also, if you would like, you can also go to the Facebook group and ask to join the group. And please do with all good intentions and respect. I am doing anything I can and really grasping for any information that is factual to get out for her, to help find her. I believe that we need more information out there, more people to know what is going on with this story. I want to tell you first about some of the markings on her also to help with this. On her left shoulder, she has a tattoo of a feather with the word fly, Fly. And on her right ankle, she has a tattoo of tribal sun in red ink. Okay. Sunny also has multiple scars on her body that include a rectangle scar on the back of her right shoulder and small squares in the middle of her upper forehead. She has multiple scars on her ankles, knees from bike pedaling. Also, she has scars from chickenpox on her face. So I thought it was very important to talk about, especially tattoos. If you recognize anybody, walking around with these, remember you're looking for the word fly, Fly, fly. So I think that's real important to get that out there. The day she went missing, she was last seen wearing denim, shorts, a black tank top. She also had a pair of jeans and a hoodie with her. I feel like that she knew it was going to be a long trip, so she packed, a little extra just in case they had to stay. You just never know that, you're traveling 300 miles. So she did carry extra, clothes. She sometimes wears glasses and appears to have her nose and upper lip pierced. She was last seen in a 2000 Ford white Explorer with Iowa plates. On the Iowa plates, they are HGJ 341. This vehicle, though, has been recovered. But if for some reason in that time, back in 2019, if for some reason that struck a bell to you somewhere, like I said, because the story went first, it was at the casino, all right? The second time was a gas station. So if you were at any gas stations in this area, possibly you can remember something. Anything, any kind of detail would be helpful. As I kind of sum this up, Sunny's mother, Paula, when she called the police the next morning to tell her daughter was missing, she called the Hitchcock County Sheriff's Office and told them, what had happened. The police searched for Sunny in the areas, like I said, with Omaha, Iowa, and found the white Ford Explorer. They found and arrested Cliff, but on unrelated charges. Folks, this case is still open, okay? It is a case that is ongoing, but there are a few leads, which is why I chose to do this story. Police have yet to come forward with an official suspect. Though many people believe Cliff had something to do with disappearance, right now, there has not been anything spoken of that. So, like I said, guys, people are innocent until proven guilty. I do know that the FBI have received leads that they are keeping to themselves. If you live in this area, I know that they are consistently keeping up with flyers out. If you see them, I even believe that they have where you can print it off, put them out yourself. This is a fresh case, and I want you to know there is a reward that is being offered from the FBI, I believe to be $10,000. If that will give anybody an incentive to get involved, I know it can be scary, but please, guys, this family needs all the coverage and all the tips and all the help that they can get. Cliff's family continues to claim he had nothing to do with Sunny's disappearance. But Sunny's family, I will say, like, they're concerned. They're concerned. Basically, I kind of want to just recap on this. Sunny at the time was 18 years old. This was in 2019. So the last time she was seen was on April 20th of 2019. We are now in October of 2023. She was with an acquaintance leaving her in Trenton. She left Trenton, going to about 300 miles away with a friend, an acquaintance, to pick up his niece. All right. On the way there, he decided that he would stop at a casino and play from about 9 to 12. That was the first time that he said that that is when he came out and she had disappeared. Okay, and he did not call the law or call anybody. Second time, basically, he had stopped at a gas station, and I don't believe that he had an actual exact destination of which gas station, so that made it a little hard. I do know that the investigators and police have looked into numerous gas stations and have not reported back what they have found. She spoke to her mother that day between 12:30 and 1 o'clock. All right, and that was the last time her mom heard from her. And it was on a borrowed phone, so she does not have a phone on her. Like I explained before, she had a very close relationship with her family, and there was no reason why she would not be in connection with her family. So I want to give you the information that you can, if you know any tips or anything that can help the family, please, please reach out to them and lead a tip, whatever you can to help. Like I mentioned earlier, there is a Facebook group that has Find Sunny Sramek, and you can find it and request to join. I hope with what information I have gave out today, anybody that lives in these areas that possibly can help with any kind of leads, maybe remember anything. If she was in the parking lot that day, if you were at the casino on that day of April 20th, 2019, which was the Prairie Flower Casino in Carter Lake, Iowa, please make sure to kind of think about that day. They were in a Ford Explorer. Maybe you can rethink something, remember anything, remember the faces and pictures that we've showed you, and if so, like I said, please contact them. What I want to say is, if you have any information, you are urged to contact the FBI's Omaha division at 402-493-8688. You can also, again, follow this case and get updates with the Find Sunny Sramek on her Facebook page. I want to thank you for listening for another episode of The Search. Please do not forget to hit subscribe notifications so that you know when I upload the next search, and help us with trying to find our next victim. Thank you and have a blessed day, and I will see you on the next search.